Rolling.
We're rolling?
Yep.
We good?
We're rolling.
We get up there?
Yep. Good down low, good up top. All right. So, start us off, Rudy. Start us off.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Season 2. Oh, shit. Welcome back, guys. Season 1, Episode 2 of the Bullpen Podcast. Coob, just get us started.
All right.
What's
All right.
happened since the last time we potted it up?
Okay. So, first things first, we said we're going to start posting every Wednesday, right? We're going to start recording Mondays. But we had a change of plans with the games, right? A couple rainouts. Ended up playing...
Easter Sunday.
No.
Had to play around.
Had to play around.
Around it.
Had to play
We
around.
played Saturday and then went home for Easter and played Monday. So we are recording today, Tuesday, and we will get it out by tomorrow, Wednesday. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Cam, tell them who we got coming on today.
So we got a guy very near and dear to our heart, Mr. Jack Early. He's a California native, San Diego.
California girl.
And that's a Katy Perry song.
Nice.
I bet he knows that.
I'm a big Katy Perry guy.
Same. But yeah, he's had the pleasure to spend 2 years with him here at Freed Hardeman. And yeah, we're excited to have him on.
Yep. Should we get him?
Yeah. Let's
Where's
bring
he
him in.
at?
Where is he?
Jack Early.
There he is.
Good to have you. Everybody shake him up. Good to have you, brother. Good to have you.
What's up, bro?
What up? All right. Am I sitting right here? This is my spot.
That's your spot.
All right. First, he gets the honor to have the first guest, Mike.
Hello. All right.
Here he is.
How you been, man?
No,
You good?
I woke up today, so I've been pretty
Look
great.
closer.
A little closer? Oh, sorry, I'm new to the whole mic thing. I think the only time we've been mic'd up before together is with the that on-field
Jersey
one you
mics.
had. Yeah, that was cool.
Shout out
That's a
Anthony
sub
Jarvis.
shop.
Anthony Jarvis.
Jarvis, how's it going, brother? We shouting out the boy.
That was just a. Remember he held it on during the JV game.
Oh, yeah.
He just kind of went off with that mic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen that video, to be honest with you. That
Jarvis's JV highlight.
game? No, I've never seen that.
I'll
It
have
was
to show you after.
funny.
Oh, I bet that's gold. That's probably gold.
It was funny. The games today, man.
Faulkner, man, we knew that was gonna be a tough midweek. We came out with the split, so like, not the best, not the worst, kind of like cold soup.
Right.
Still feed you, but like, or I guess pizza probably, but it is what it is. But it was cool. I mean, pitchers pitched well. Defense showed up when it needed to. Bats for sure showed up when it needed to. My man right here with
Shout
the
out
pitching.
Cam Jennings started game 1.
Oh yeah.
After that first game, I thought we were gonna win the second game, but
Yeah, I'm with you. It was like, did anybody else feel like it was just a weird day?
A little bit, yeah.
Like it
I know
was
what you
so
I feel that.
It was,
quiet.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
so
it was pretty
strangely
low energy.
quiet.
yeah.
Like, and we also played yesterday.
right. So
Which-
short rest. Everyone's
But,
tired.
it was just really weird.
No,
A really, really good 2 games that I thought. Like I thought it'd be a little more intense, more.
Yeah, energy
chippy, maybe a little
was
more
down today, at least in the second game. But I think we're all just tired.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be like this, but when you've got 2 games as opposed to 1, you feel like you gotta kind of coast through it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Not as much urgency, even though there should be with 7-inning games.
Yeah.
More than anything.
good split win though. Still,
It's a good ball club.
Played good baseball, I think.
yeah,
No, definitely talented team for sure. Those guys had some dogs on the team. Shout out my boy.
yeah. Didn't you have a guy on the team?
Yeah, my one of my buddies, my shortstop from junior college, was the second baseman there. And then
Was he the big guy? No, who was the big
one
guy?
of them? So I had 2 buddies, but one of them was my teammate. One of them was like a summer ball homie. But yeah, dude, both of them played well. But that's baseball, man. We take one, they take one. Loved it. But I always think about how interesting it is. Like baseball's such a small world with that because it's like those guys are from San Diego, and we're in Tennessee, and we're
They end up playing them.
yeah, like what is shit? Where is that school from? Where's Faulkner from?
Montgomery.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Getting into the South geography.
I videoed the coolest video of Cam Matting today. Shout out Cam Matting.
First
For-
ball in the season for him? I think so.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, he's hit.
No, he's hit. This is
You-
his
you
second.
two.
No, he broke his hand.
Because I videoed.
That's his first.
Yeah, I was about to say, because somebody
Yeah.
said in the dugout, and I was like, what a spot to hit your first one. Because
Yeah.
He absolutely
Yeah.
got all of that baseball.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, he practically looked like King Griffey Jr.
Yeah, that was sick.
Shout out Cam
Did remind
Matting.
me of the
Check
kid.
out the FHU_baseball.
Hey, we'll just pop it up right here for short, 5 seconds. It'll be up there.
It's him.
Yeah, he put Brady told me, he said Brady's brother was the first base coach,
Right.
and so Brady's brother after that game he was telling the head coach, he was like, don't throw him anything soft. It was a changeup. He said, don't throw him anything soft because he just broke his wrist 2 months ago maybe, and he's like, just throw him fastballs in. Pitcher, I think he either missed the sign or he shook him and threw a changeup.
Thank you, pitcher.
Yeah, I mean,
And Cam's one of those guys too that like I played with him since we were little, and he was always coming through in the clutch moments. So I thought that was pretty cool. Reminded me of when we were, 12 and 13.
yeah, I think he's about to go on a tear now after that.
Oh yeah.
He
I
needed
hope
that.
so.
He needed that.
I hope so.
Sometimes that's all you need, one big hit, and all of
Yeah,
a sudden
dude.
catch flame.
You got that right.
Start seeing the ball better. Yeah.
Especially after that surgery, man. Like
Yeah, you had it
I
too.
was gonna say, you had it.
exact same
Yeah.
surgery, and he's coming.
How long
back.
was it again? How long was yours?
I was in a cast for about a month, and then it was like 6 to 8 weeks of physical therapy, like working like your just grip and stuff, and then
So what bone is it? Like, is it
there's this little thing in here. It's called your hook hammock. It's about yay big for the camera, very small, about the size of a pea, maybe a little bigger, but it's right there, and it's interesting. It's an injury that only golfers, tennis players, and baseball players get. It's very rare to get it any other way, and it's all like from swinging. But basically, it in my case, I don't know if Cam was the same way, but in my case, it cracked it, snapped it off its little
was
spot.
yours on a swing too?
Yeah, mine was weird though, because like my hand had been hurting for like a week or so, and I was always like, it's just my pinky, I probably just jammed it weird. And then I hit a foul ball in our fall World Series, and I was like, ooh, that stung. But like, we've all been there where it's like you grab something weird, or you do some weird move in your hand. I was
Yeah.
like, no big deal. And then I hit a second foul ball, and yeah, that hurt. That felt a little different. I'd never broken a bone until then.
Is it just like a stress fracture, I guess? Like,
Or did the
just
whole
overuse,
piece
or
come
just-
off?
Though in my case, the whole piece came off, and it was off, and like immediately I knew because I've never broken a bone, so it was a very distinct feeling to all of a sudden have in my hand in the middle of an at bat. But yeah, like in my case, my grip strength didn't come back for a while, but Cam on the other hand is dropping bombs, coming back quick. So I'm very happy he's getting that recovery as fast as he did.
Yeah.
because that was no bueno. I don't like casts. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, casts aren't fun.
Not it.
Let's talk about you a little bit more, Jack. Let's just tell everyone where you're from, your background, where you grew up, kind of your just journey, how you ended up 30 hours away from home, just that crazy journey.
Okay, well, what up, podcast? Jack Early from San Diego, California. My parents, also, my dad's born and raised San Diego. My mom's from Los Angeles area, but she moved down for college. Both went to SCSU. And I grew up there, like literally a little neighborhood right off campus. Me and my little brother, Tom. Shout out my boy, Tom. And
Shout out Tom.
What up,
I want to meet Tom.
It's wild to me you guys haven't still. He needs to get out here.
Yeah.
But grew up there, grew up around baseball. My dad played college ball at San Diego State. And we've just always been like, this is what you're gonna do from the time we were probably like 3. There's like little pictures of us with baseballs, and I'm sure everyone here's the same way, once you're a baseball player, it usually starts pretty young, But went to Point Loma High School. I don't know if y'all know who
Say it
David
again.
Wells is. Point Loma.
Point Loma.
Yeah. But David Wells, he threw a perfect game for the Yankees in like 1990, 8 or something, but I don't know. He's like our claim to fame. He was my high school head coach.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about. Yeah, you told me that. That's sick.
It was cool, more baseball environment, and went to junior college at San Diego City College, and thankfully, got through COVID, and here I am with the boys, man. Tennessee, bro. It's a different world out here, man, for sure. But yeah.
What position you play again?
I'm super utility, but I play mostly middle infield.
Okay. All right. So tell us about. So we jumped from San Diego to here. Let's talk about how like your recruitment and who you were in contact with first.
Okay.
To come here.
I'm gonna add a little context to it, so the
All
story can have a little sauce. But so basically, everyone got canceled for COVID, right? When that year hit, I'm sure everyone was hitting 500 or throwing perfect games. Everyone's season got cut, right? Well, in California, at least in my case, our second season got cut the following year. Also,
I forget that.
Yeah.
Both years were stopped.
Both years.
Is that just Juco in California? Or is that everybody?
It was weird. It was my conference did it, with exception to, I think, Palomar College. They moved up to the Northern League above us because we were in the Pacific Coast Conference, I believe. But so they took that 1 year away, and
That's crazy, dude.
no one's offering you when you only had 20 games in a season. You didn't really get a big sample size. So a bunch of us are like, okay, we're gonna stay. We got a culture going. We're working out on high school fields. We're going to little league fields and taking ground balls on these just jank fields, But so we're waiting for the next season to come, and they keep telling us, our head coach, he's like, "Hey, don't worry, fall ball's going to come. They're going to let us play. They're going to let us play."
This is after the first. Is this after the first cancel?
This is after the first cancel. So we canceled March 2020. So this is the summertime where nothing's happening, and I'm in California, so we're locked down, and we're talking about the fall. Eventually, the fall gets canceled. So we're like, okay, but don't worry, we're still gonna have a spring. You guys are gonna have a spring. We'll figure it out. We're gonna wear masks. You can only play catch with one person. We're just like, dude, we won't play ball. We'll play for whatever, bro. If I gotta put a fish net on my head, bro, I'll go play ball. I don't care. I'm just trying to get out of here, And but push comes to shove. Eventually, they send that email out. Hey, spring's canceled. So that kind of I got a little depressed for sure for a couple of weeks. I was kind of sitting there like, man, all that and I'm talking we're getting together doing live at bats on high school fields. We are grinding. We're having practices, bro. The nights we're gonna be ready to go when it was time to go.
Shout out Knights.
Hey, roll city, baby. But so that year cut happens. And I start realizing, okay, I'm getting old. I got to get out of junior college. I got to start emailing people. So I'm sending, I don't know, 15, 20 emails a day, just any school. I do not care. Connecticut, New Hampshire, I don't know, places I've never even seen before. And no one responds. And I'm kind of sitting there okay.
That's a scary feeling.
Oh, yeah, it's a scary feeling. I'm sitting there. My mom's kind of like, hey, honey, thinking about getting a job? Maybe you could go to CSU. I'm like,
nah.
This might not be the move. And one day I'm doing my usual COVID routine. I'll wake up, walk my dog back home.
At what time?
It's probably 12:30 p.m. Everyone sleeps in.
Just rolling out of bed.
Yeah. And I get a phone call from this. I don't even know. Never seen this number before. And usually I don't answer phone calls. I let it go to voicemail. But I was just, vibing. I was like, maybe I'll answer hello, Domino's or something, right? I don't, thankfully. And it's Corey Russell, our GA from last year, who also went to City College, San Diego City. He's an alumni of my Juco. And he calls me up, and we have a 30-minute phone call, mostly about the weather in Tennessee, to be honest. Very little about baseball. And
Hold on. Shout out Corey Russell. I miss you, man. I love
Corey the guy.
Remember that time when we'll come back real quick. One time, remember when he stayed in the dorms?
Yeah, it's just him alone.
Why were you?
Yeah, I remember
no
that.
sheet on the mattress, just chilling by himself.
We went to the Myrtle Beach League, right? And Corey was my coach.
Oh, in summer ball.
He slept on a pull-out couch for a month.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
really?
he did. Yes, he did.
He's one of those guys,
bro. What a trooper.
He was a good GA too.
He was.
Yeah.
My laundry
He
was
was
always
awesome.
clean, man. He got it done.
So he was a GA here before, and so he was a GA here the year before he was your summer ball coach.
He wasn't my summer ball
He was my
coach.
summer
He
ball
was his
coach.
summer ball
Oh.
coach. Yeah.
What was the connection then?
He is an alumni of my junior college, so his head coach in JC was my head coach.
Okay. And so he pretty much was just like,
Oh well, he calls me up and he starts talking to me, and like I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of Freed Hardeman before in
Right.
my life. I'm like,
I mean, I'm from Tennessee. I've never even heard of it.
yeah, and it's a unique name for a school, Freed Hardeman, So I'm like, okay, I gotta do a little
Long
research
name.
on it. Very, usually I'm used to San Diego State, UCLA. There's like the letters rule off. But he calls me up, starts talking to me about the school, and I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure. Like, I don't want to sound too like upbeat, but honestly, like I'm heart thumping out the chest, man. I'm like, let's go, dude. Like, let's go. We can play ball. So I do some research on the school, and we are history of winning, and I'm like, dude, like I want to go be a part of that. That sounds fun. I don't even know where Henderson is. I know Tennessee for like the Titans. I don't even know where they play. Like I'm clueless. to this
now,
place.
but this is before.
Yeah, this is before moving out here. I didn't even listen to country music. I'd probably heard 2 songs of it. So the culture is
That's
just
crazy.
totally different, right? And somehow I don't really remember the process too well because I didn't deal with Corey, but I dealt with this lady from the school. But I set up a visit to come out here. My pops lives out in Florida, so I went and flew to him and flew to the school and checked it out, and I was like, yeah, like when your other option is going to electrician school, probably like that's like the move.
Stay here like for a weekend, or did you just come here and then fly out?
So I was here for one night. I stayed at the Americana Inn over by the Piggly Wiggly.
The
up
white
there.
big
Were you
the
here
white
for in
one.
the spring? Did you come in the fall?
Springtime. They played Cumberland, I believe. I saw Josh Sears hit a bomb. It's pretty sick.
It's
Yeah.
sick. Shout out Josh
Well,
Shears.
I was here.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. So it was 21 when you.
Yes, I think. Yeah, because I came
I
2022.
just can't remember.
Yeah.
It was
So
either you or Stark.
we were together.
Yeah, I think
You and
yeah.
Stark were
We and
together.
I met
Yeah.
Stark on my visit.
Because
here.
Stark slept, I think, on Connor Creasy's futon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
when
remember.
he lived here.
when he lived in Barrow.
with Rooney. But no, Stark and me met on the visit, and I was confused because he wasn't staying in the hotel. I was like, I'm at a hotel, man. Like, where are you staying at? He's like, oh, dude, I'm at the dorm, bro, with the homies. Like, I'm thinking, like,
Stark, such a
jeez,
Stark
bro.
fan.
Like, he's getting the VIP experience. I'm out here at the Americana, but bed's a bed. That's all I need when you're visiting the ball club, trying to see what's up. But yeah, man.
That's crazy. Y'all got some questions? Y'all
Since
could,
we were on the Juco topic,
right.
I remember you telling me one time, Jack, that y'all had 70 on your roster, and y'all were cutting down before y'all got to the spring.
Okay, so the way, and I'm speaking for my junior college, I'm sure people in like Rooney probably had a slightly different experience, but my junior college, City College, it does it in 8-week chunks, and for fall, the first 8 weeks, anyone can sign up for it, and I'm talking anyone. I'm talking like
Sign up.
you can if you are enrolled at San Diego City College, you can sign up for this class and show up and try out for baseball. Now they're gonna cut you if you're not good, and eventually they're gonna whittle that down to the actual baseball players.
But anyone still can.
So were you scared
Anyone.
at any point? Nervous?
Oh, I was terrified, dude. I didn't
actually-
play in high school, bro. I showed up and I was like, geez, man. I was, we all have our own thoughts of what junior college is, but when I tell you, I wasn't expecting 80 people to be there, and much less, a good portion of them, being atrocious, to the point where it's like, what? This guy's 40, and then the other guy is like a dog, bro. Should be at a
This guy's
Division
40.
1. You know what I'm saying? All on the same field. So
You got professors out there playing. You got the janitor playing.
Oh, I guess I'll sign up.
Might as well.
no, but we had guys. I remember the first day, Coach Brown, he went and he would cut some dudes because there was obviously like some people who interpreted it as being like an exercise class, like this is like we're gonna show up.
They
and play some
thought it
ball.
was an exercise
because
class.
it's listed as exercise science baseball 1 or something like that, right? And I'm sure people signed up thinking like, oh, this is like the tennis class.
Yeah, I can just go
some
play
baseball. And you guys know ball, like you can't have that
Imagine
happen.
meeting with your advisor. You're like, let's go. What an easy A.
I'll go hit some touchdowns. I mean, that's fine with me.
Oh man,
I'll take some BP.
Baseball,
Ground
yeah.
balls.
I used to watch it with my grandpa sometimes, but
dude, I play the show, bro. Like I could be.
Yeah,
very
that's
cheap.
the same thing. What? Okay, I want to ask just a quick question, real quick. On the podcast before, we talked about the level of play at all divisions.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to give me. It'd be 5. Division 1, D2, D3, Juco, NAI. I want you to give me them
ranked.
Right.
Ooh, okay. Okay, can I mix them a little bit? Because there's like some differences between like, SEC Division 1 and then like.
We're talking about as a whole.
Yeah.
Just as, okay. So obviously Division 1 I'd say is probably first based on just like, they got all the guys getting drafted. But I would say probably junior college, depending on the junior colleges too. Because like, you got guys coming down that are just trying to get drafted. You got bounce backs that are dogs that are just in JUCO. And like, you can get drafted out of junior college after any year. Mm-hmm. So you got that. So I think that puts that there. D2 probably just barely beats out NAI, but I'd say like top NAI teams, top D2 teams can duke it out for sure.
Yeah, and just compete.
But at the end of the day, like I feel like I'd say that's probably more even. So I'd say it's probably Division 1 junior college. Those are about a little here, depending on the year, teetering. And then I'd probably put D3 right there in the latter part of the list.
So are you saying overall JUCO is more talented than NAIA?
Oh.
See, and it's hard to see, like, it's hard to say that.
Yeah, when you do the list.
When you do it like that, it sounds like that, but I know you're not meaning it like that.
Yeah, I mean.
Because JUCO really does have, like, some of those top tier guys. But, we talked about that last week, I think. You've also got guys that are just kind of, the math teachers at your
Yeah,
professor.
exactly. playing, showing up to have a good time and maybe a cup of water after something. Who knows?
Yeah, I wish they would just make an all NAI, all Division 1, and all D2, all D3, all JUCO team, and then just tournament style.
Oh, duke
Wait,
it
say
out.
again? Say
Yeah.
again?
Yo.
So you're saying like take the top.
Take the best 1 through 9, 10 pitchers, 15 pitchers through each division, and just run a tournament.
That would be sick.
And
So
I
you're not
guarantee.
even saying team. You're just saying pitcher.
How would you?
No, I'm saying.
I thought you just said top.
You just
15.
make like a JUCO all-star.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like,
Two
what, like
All-Stars.
coaches like vote for the players to like go.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
would be very
like
interesting.
that'd be interesting.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, like it's baseball.
Anything
so
can happen.
Anything
Right,
can happen.
right.
Like especially if you're playing just one game. Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
if you do it like the tournament style, like how March Madness would be.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Well, I mean, Southeast.
Jinx.
Like I mentioned this last week. I think I don't know if you know this, but Southeastern competed. They only lost to one of the Tigers teams. Like I don't know what affiliate it was, but they only lost to them by 1 run.
Southeastern, like the NAI.
Yes.
And Tigers, as in Detroit.
Yeah,
Tigers.
they either played
Wow.
because I think their spring training facility is in wherever they are in Florida. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
sure.
it's-
Oh
something like
wow!
that.
So it was probably like a single. I'm
Or-
imagining it's a single A.
But I
team.
mean, they're professional baseball players, and they lost
no,
to
yeah,
them
true,
by 1 run.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's what. Yeah, like
That's so impressive.
if they can do that, they can do it with anyone.
Yeah.
And I think baseball is one of those sports that like you can't really say that about other sports. Like I don't think
Yeah, like, you
a
think
college
about-
football team could beat an NFL
Exactly.
team. I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't
Like
care how
Austin
good.
P. I'm sorry, is beating down Cumberland University's football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know their football. I mean, yeah, but I agree.
Okay,
Didn't know they had a football team, so thank you.
Alabama.
Oh, Jack, we've thought
You
about
already-
this one,
Okay.
and we know the answer, bro. We have our answer.
Okay,
Say it though.
Alabama. Because I don't know college football. Roll Aztecs. That's my college football team. So I don't know. I'm not all in depth with it. But
Okay.
Alabama's undefeated every year consistently. I'd say for the most part. You don't think worst
Or less.
NFL team?
No,
Really?
no way.
You
Because
think about it. On the Bama team, I mean, you got 5 guys maybe drafted. The NFL team we're all dudes on their college
Yeah.
teams.
Right. Well-
And even though they're getting spanked in the NFL,
Help me out. What was the Lions' record? What's his name's first year?
who?
Head coach.
Dan Campbell.
Yes, they only won 1 game, but how many games
did they lose close?
by less than what was? I think it was less than 6 points.
Yeah.
It was like
He was crying. He was
handfuls.
crying at the press conference
it's
and
like
all that.
handfuls.
Yeah. They were losing by field
do I think
goals
they would
all the time.
compete? Yes, I think Bama could compete.
Yeah,
I think that 2020 Alabama team
What's
could
the
give-
what's the score
could
though?
give that Browns.
Yeah, what is
team
the
that
score? Are they
was
getting blown
so
out?
when you say compete,
I don't know.
when you
For their money,
when you say
yes.
compete, is it what's the score in a competitive game? With that,
Within a time, what's the
we could
spread
pick
on this
any
game?
Alabama team ever.
sure.
All right, that 2020 Alabama team could give the worst NFL team history a run for their money.
I don't know,
Yes.
man.
No,
I don't know.
Yes.
Worst maybe if it's guys back in the
think
40s or
about-
something playing with leather helmets, but it's a different game.
They could compete.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
you had Mac.
Simply for the fact
Mac could
that
have won the Heisman that year.
Comfy.
Devontae Smith won the Heisman that year. Wasn't Will Anderson on that team? Yeah,
maybe, yeah.
as a freshman.
Yeah,
2021. Or did you say 2020?
2020.
Who else was on that team that was really good?
Hey, man,
You
that's
you got
cool.
Nick Saban.
That's cool.
Waddle
but
was on that team
2020.
because when he got hurt.
Henry Ruggs. Was he on that team?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They were loaded.
Regardless, though, for
Good question,
for
Jack.
the reason
Because you sparked something.
that's cool, bro. But for the reason that Coop said, every single guy on that NFL team was a dude in college,
I agree. That
Dudes.
doesn't mean that they're
Dude.
dude.
Dude, it didn't. No.
Then-
and not
in
and not
NFL.
all those Alabama guys are gonna be dudes. Most of them won't be.
I agree. But I'm telling you, they would have competed.
What does that mean? I mean,
Alabama's 2020
What's the
team,
score? What's the score if you're saying they compete? What's the score?
They lose by less than 10 points.
no,
No shot,
Bro,
It's
I
by
can't-
it's
I
by
can't see it.
I would give the best score them Alabama losing by 3.5
Well,
tutties.
if they're- if
Yeah,
Alabama-
I'd say minimum 3
Georgia's
scores.
defense could have stopped the Tennessee Titans offense this year.
Mm.
Yes. Jalen
I don't
Carter.
think so.
And guys, he's a Tennessee
Nice,
Titans
man.
fan.
Taylor
don't
Long
think-
would even agree with me.
I don't think so. but
Taylor
they-
and Law
they-
would
you
not
know,
agree.
They got those guys, but then what about all the other guys? You know what I'm saying? All of the
You
all
think
of the
Dennis
Titans.
Daly is stopping Nolan Smith or
All right, that's probably an exception.
Who's the quarterback for the Titans?
Right now,
Yeah.
That's
Or
that's
then-
no
this
one
past
instance.
Malik.
Ryan Tannehill.
Who?
Ryan
Oh yeah, then you
Tannehill.
get hurt, right?
Yeah.
No,
Malik-
who was
Malik
the guy who used
Willis.
to be
Malik
on the-
Willis.
Wasn't there a guy who used to play for the Dolphins? That was their
Ryan
quarterback?
Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Yeah,
Wasn't he
What
the
was I saying?
Oh, my bad. I'm misinterpreting.
yeah, he got hurt.
I feel like Ryan Tannehill would just carve up any college defense. He's an NFL quarterback. Bro.
Jack, good
He's
point.
been an NFL quarterback
point, yeah,
bro.
for a minute.
Yeah,
dude.
for how long?
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
In the defense,
But you got to think too. Think about it in Southeastern's aspect.
no,
They
not.
were-
We just
they
said it's
were
not the same.
pumped. They were pumped for that game. You got App State almost beating Tennessee in 2016, I think.
It's baseball though.
That's not baseball.
Wait,
Tennessee is not an NFL
oh,
team.
you're talking about football. I'm talking about
just saying, bro.
You mentioned Southeastern.
That 2020. Okay, all right. Let's even put it this way.
I'm gonna clip this and we're gonna let y'all decide.
2019 LSU team.
That's
Joe Burrow.
that's the
Justin
one you
Jefferson.
that's the one you got to put up against a.
Jamar Chase.
I still think
Thaddeus Smalls.
they lose because like Justin Jefferson, Jamar, Joe Burrow, all stars. But what about the other guys at LSU? Like obviously no shade to them. Like they're all better athletes than I am. But
NFL guys.
yeah, like
I mean,
I'm just saying.
but like,
All right, I got one.
Go ahead.
You make the draft of the NFL, right? Everyone who gets drafted in the NFL, you're the dog of your team. So you make a super team of that year's draft. Those players, fresh out their college, like boom, their season's over, they get drafted. You file all the way down the draft till you fill up a whole team. That team versus worst team in the NFL because they're drafted.
So you're saying an all
an
all college
23
team.
drafted team.
Like
Draft
they
first
haven't
team.
played their NFL rookie year yet, but they're drafted, so they're certified dog, and they go from there.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
So, question though, and you know that they're going to perform at the level that they can perform, even no matter what offense they're in, no matter what defense.
Like they can just be plugged into any system right now because they're fresh.
Yes.
I think that could beat some bad teams for sure.
You gotta
That's
think
a
you're
great
getting
point.
You're getting an entire first round.
So,
And all those guys are
even the
NFL
Houston
guys.
Texans this year.
What?
Like, who was good on the Houston Texans?
JJ Watt.
Damian Pierce.
Not even
Pierce on the Cardinals.
No, was he really? I don't watch football.
He-
I'm not a
retired.
football fan. Okay, a lot of baseball, a little bit of golf. That's
What was the question? Who was
Houston
good?
Texans this year. Are they beating the 2019 LSU Tigers? Ed Ogeron. Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. You okay?
Lonnie
He's got
is not beating them.
who?
That was his name, wasn't it?
You said Lonnie?
Yeah, the head coach for the Texans.
Oh yeah. I
Great
just don't think
question.
so, man.
Great question. That sparked something. Sparked Rudy up.
bringing the fire, baby. I love it.
2019 LSU.
Just
college football
anti
team.
NFL for some reason.
College football is better than NFL.
I mean, yes, but like, I don't.
I mean, I would even say some NFL guys right now would say that.
Like a better product.
Hold on. Because I'm not knowledgeable
better
about these.
experience.
Like, why? What's your reasoning? Why is college football better?
You walk in the Neyland Stadium, then you walk in the Nissan Stadium.
Okay.
Exactly why.
Okay. It's just like the level of excitement around the game.
There's so much. There's like, you got tailgating, you got the ball walk.
Neyland Stadium, so pumped. I mean, you cannot. You don't want to miss it.
Just a
You want to talk about
going to the
electric?
Titans game. I don't know if you've ever been to a Titans game.
I've been
But,
to
like,
them.
I would probably even say, or you would say, going to that Michigan game is way better than any NFL game.
I think that's biased though, because I really like the college football team.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
But I know what you're saying.
Don't get me wrong. Like, Tennessee Titans is probably my favorite team. Like, out of every single sport, but like college football is just. You flip it on Saturday and you see Pat McAfee jumping in the Tennessee River. Oh my gosh! Like, come on!
All right. Now that all right. Now another question. So, since we're on the topic of college, what are your thoughts, Jack Hurley, about the whole NIL deal going on now, and players getting paid, and what's your take on that? Like, does it take away from like the team part of it, because it's then at that point it's all about me, my money, or how do you think that plays in?
Okay, so I can kind of, in my opinion, I feel for both sides a little bit. I love the college athletes getting a little bit of, their likeness. Some of them are playing at these ridiculous money-making programs, and now they're getting a little bit of taste. So I'm a fan of that. And honestly, like, I feel, I don't know, I'm not a D1 guy, but like, I feel like they were probably getting a taste like some big football guys, but it was always like under the table. And now it's more like, okay, like this guy's making this guy's making that. So I think that's cool. But at the same time, I also could see how it could be an issue because you got to think of what college is. Colleges is like, it's school. Everyone's getting the same equal opportunity. Boom, bam, beam. They're on the team, right? Whatever when they're doing their tryout. And, you know, you got one dude who's walking on. He's not getting any scholarship money. And then you got homeboy making like $6 bills just immediately because he signed out of high school with them. And, you know, based on just treatment-wise of your player, I know one dude's just a walk-on, but you're just naturally going to care more about the $6 million man because it's like you're invested in that. So I think that's going to kind of cause a little bit of like a divide because now you also have the transfer portal. So like it would be one thing to have the NIL where they can't leave. So it's like, yeah, like you can still, but now let's say your guy gets benched. You want to bench your $6 million, $5 million. I don't know how much you're making. I don't know.
So it'd almost be like you're saying, like almost a contract.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like you're getting this money. It's exactly like that. Because if you think about it, the schools that are giving these players the money, there's no security for them. So there's no. It's like kind of having a trade out clause immediately at the halfway point of the season. It's like what? Because so it's like we're gonna invest all this money into you. We're gonna market you. Now you're getting a taste of it, so you're making money off of it. You could just go like, nah, I'm transferring. Deuces, and you still get to pocket everything. So that's unfair, I think, for some of the universities or donors.
That actually happened. Quinn Ewers, he went to Ohio State, skipped his senior year of high school football. He was the recruit number 1, 5-star quarterback, and he went to Ohio State. And I think that was when Justin Fields was there, and then C.J. Stroud was just about to get started. He transfers back to Texas, and he still got all that money he got from Ohio State.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, okay, see, I didn't even know that was a thing. It's already happening.
Yeah, it's nuts. Do you think some players, maybe not now because it's so new, do you think some players will be like, they'll get their money and then they'll just be like, you know, out like they're a super good football player, like really talented, but they're like, I already got the money. Like, there's no point in me even trying to make this push. Like, and not give it their all, like, as far as effort and ability.
Wait, back that up. So you're saying that because they're getting that type of
because
they're already paid.
Because before, you know, you get on the team, even though if they were paying them under the table, it wasn't near as what people are getting now. So like,
shout out Jeremy Pruitt in the McDonald's packs.
I'm saying, like, once, like, not now because it's so new, but, like, once players start coming in, you know, whatever, I don't know how, 10 years later, will they get the money and be like, I'll still practice, I'll still,
let's think about it like this. In a football situation, you're a lineman, you know, you're getting beat up. You're probably, I don't know much about CTE, but I'm assuming that's, you know, that's from what I've heard. You're getting that. Dog, if they're going to pay you $2 million, I feel like a lot of people are going to start doing that because now it's like, okay, I don't have to go through 4 years of this to maybe make it to Pro Bowl. I can make my bag now. But I think by having that, it's also going to change high school sports because now you're going to have kids that are – because now the line is instead of you have to get to this certain age to be paid for your talents, now it's people are getting paid millions of dollars right out of high school. Some kids are 17 when they come out of high school. $1 million. So now it's going to change. Like, I think it's going to change a lot of stuff in youth sports and whatnot. It's going to be way more.
But another thing about that too, you're going to see the same schools on top.
Yeah.
Think about it that way. Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, California schools. But I don't know if you saw CSAA. They passed last year that high school athletes could get paid.
And where?
What?
In
Bronny?
Really?
Yeah,
Bronny's getting paid.
Tennessee.
Bronny's one of the top NIL athletes.
Is there
high school?
That is insane.
how do you have a?
Is that
justify
justifiable,
Like, how
Cam?
do you pay a high school guy?
1 second.
I don't really know how it works, but like I've seen, like I've clicked on guys that are in the state of Tennessee, and it says DM me for a deal or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's not saying that you're lying. I'm saying I don't know about the concept of them paying. That's just.
But I thought that was
Back to you, Cam. Let me ask Cam a quick question. Is it justifiable to pay high schoolers money?
Why not? Why
Like-
not? I mean, it's kind of the same deal with college athletes. Like, it's kind of forcing kids to become a pro before they're actually a pro. And I mean, if you as a company can feel like you can profit off having these high school athletes associated with you, and now more than ever, like high school athletes are going viral with social media.
Ding, 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 ding.
I would say, there's a interest for both parties in that, but I do think it'll affect. Same thing with college, just the team aspect.
Yeah.
Because you still got to try to make that kind of money before NIL,
Right.
but now you can.
I'd be interested to see the stat or the statistic on percentage of players like that have NIL money make it to the NFL. That'd be interesting.
Let me interject some. I just had an interesting thought. So, a lot of the guys getting NLI deals, NIL deals, whatever it is, I always mess it up. But a lot of them got like massive social media following, right? Like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So, let's back it to the high school basketball. You just mentioned that with social media. What if a kid in high school, he's a TikToker, example, right? He already has this popularity, not for basketball, but he happens to also play basketball. And now the team sees that as a way to make sure that kid can, they can profit off having this dude. He's trash at basketball, but because he has these millions of followers on social media, he's going to be starting every game on the team, right? Because like that's his name and likeness. He's bringing money into the school. Do you guys think that could be like?
Is high school?
I'm just saying like hypothetically, because if you're going to be paying high school kids money and there's already such a big, because I feel like a majority of it comes from the social media stuff.
It'd be like Addison Rae going to San Diego
Yes.
State to play women's basketball.
Yes, exactly. Now, do they put her on the team? Because like, yeah, I think this is a high school. This isn't a university. University, they don't necessarily have to do that because they can make all the money with tickets and stuff. But a high school, small public high school, something like that, I don't know, man. Because all of a sudden, I feel like that changes the dynamic of the sports in high school. It's no longer by giving the opportunity for them to be paid. It's no longer, oh, this kid's a baller, so he's gonna play. How normal sports work.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pandora's
gonna-
box. Now that it's open, anything goes. I feel like.
Yeah, like think about like what sports, what is it called? Amateur sports below pro, like just every level. I guess. Think what amateur sports are gonna look like in the next 10
Oh,
years.
terrible.
Next 10 years,
Not non-existent.
Yeah, like
SEC football will not be with the NCAA.
ooh, like their own thing.
Old.
Say what?
They will break off.
And be what?
They'll just be their own thing.
Just the SEC. Like, are they still college football?
You think that'd work?
I think we'd get. I mean, we've already got two. We've already got two teams coming in. You got Texas and Oklahoma. All we're missing left is who else that was in the playoff? Ohio State and Michigan. Sure, it's not going to be the SEC because it's not the Southeastern Conference anymore. You might twist it to something else, but like, yeah.
SEC secedes.
It just means more.
I hate that.
Shut up.
It just means more.
Shut up.
Nothing else matters.
We're SEC, and this is life.
Anyone thirsty? I kind of am.
Yeah.
Level water.
Are we
Hey,
full?
we got water. We got Starry Zero, Coke Zero.
Just drank me a whole water. I had to pace myself. I'll take a Coke.
High quality H2O, man. Way better than Gatorade.
Rudy, anything?
Nah, bro. I'm good. Thank you. I've got some sweet tea.
Nothing better.
Sweet tea.
Did your cup say Rudy's?
Yeah, shout out to Rudy's. Went there this past summer in Panama City Beach. And it's got like barbecue, brisket. Dude, it
Love a
is-
good barbecue place.
You
Love a
got,
good barbecue.
you got brisket in that cup? little
Sweet tea.
BBQ smoothie?
Hey, shout out to Henderson Church,
Quick
Henderson
protein.
Church of Christ.
Yes.
Hit us up
Big
with
shout
that.
out.
Coming through.
Thank y'all.
Coming through. Thank y'all.
Huge shout out.
Really good too, and did not skimp on
No.
the meat.
There's almost like 2 barbecue
Nah,
sandwiches.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And y'all put the sauce on it? Sauce was good.
I'm not a sauce guy.
Where was the sauce?
I was in a. Hey, I was
know.
eating at the bottom of the bag.
You eat your meat dry.
I thought the sandwiches were in a with the chips.
I was in a rush. I wish I would have tried the sauce. Wish
Sauce
I
was
would have,
good.
but I was in a rush. But yeah, shout out to them. That was a good sandwich.
Had a couple golden Oreos in there too.
Golden Oreos.
Mine did.
I had Chips Ahoy. What'd you have?
I just had
It's all about
regular,
regular
Oreos.
Oreos.
Golden Oreos.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I picked that bag. You think
Was
was
the
because of
rapper-
the Cool Ranch Doritos?
Was the wrapper
It's
golden,
got ruffles.
or was the Oreo golden? Are you?
Both.
Is he joking?
No,
Y'all have never had a
You
golden
know,
Oreo?
you never had a golden Oreo?
Stop. No.
They're just a blonde Oreo.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, so it's not like looks.
It's like vanilla.
It's not like metal, you know.
I know that. I've never seen one.
Yeah, dude, they're like vanilla. You know, like just think regular Oreo, but it's like yellow cake.
Yeah, like have you ever got the off-brand Oreos and it's like the white ones and the black
Bingo,
ones?
that one. Think exactly.
The metal ones.
All right. Well, on the topic of Oreos,
Don't have a pulse.
what's your favorite ones? Is it the golden ones? Like, what's the favorite Oreos here? Everyone's got a different one.
If I'm feeling froggy, I'll go for a mint Oreo. Let me tell you what. Lots of, and you could probably agree with me. Lots of people think that you know the cool mint flavor is basically toothpaste, and I couldn't disagree more. I think
Wrong.
there's a time
Like,
and
you
place.
disagree?
No, I'm agreeing. I didn't mean. I'm saying they're wrong. I agree.
To be honest, this is a burning
like,
hot
when you're
take right
eating
here. I love
mint-
that, and everyone always makes fun of me. I get mint
like-
chip ice cream. That's
you
the
like
only
mint
bro.
chocolate?
Love it, love it,
You actually?
dude.
I swear.
It's meant to be, bro.
I swear, bro.
Hey man,
Let's go. Dude, that's actually
Bullpen Podcast Unite.
You ever been like one of those?
somebody
ice-
get us an ice cream ad. Seriously though, what are the like? Not a lot of people like mint chocolate chip.
I always get the. It tastes like
the mint, like the
toothpaste.
chocolate chunk. You ever had mint chocolate chunk?
Just
With
a
the
chunk
Oreo
of
chunks?
chocolate, yeah.
With the Oreo chunks in it.
Yes.
Yup.
Let me hit y'all with it.
Spit.
Thin mints.
Uh-oh.
You ever put it in the freezer?
In the,
Come on, Jack Early.
It's another good like the mint chocolate.
All right, so shaved ice. I've actually gotten it flavored toothpaste.
What?
All right.
I think shaved ice is just mid.
He just eats toothpaste.
Is that the pellet?
No, dude, they didn't have that flavor when you ordered it, and they're like, "Hey, bro, just go get the crest." Like
Let's go get the Colgate. Are
Colgate,
you Colgate?
Yes.
Oral B.
You just
Oh,
finger in some water.
99-cent one.
That's crazy that we all like mint chocolate chip.
Yeah. There's a time
Kinda
and place
dope.
for everything.
Wish we had some.
And
If I'd have known, we'd have got some.
We got some.
If I'd have known, we'd have got some. Seriously.
Just pass the tub around.
No, we'd all have our own.
yeah.
just everyone take this.
Scoop and
No
pass.
spoons.
Scoop and pass.
No, one spoon.
There's one big one.
It's like
Just a ladle.
soup spoon.
Yeah. Just pass it around.
That's crazy.
Would have been like, what's his name off the Lenny Balls.
Shout out Glenny Balls.
Shout out Glenny Balls.
We have a Glenny Balls of our own.
We do.
Glenn Morgan,
Glenn Morgan.
a.k.a. Mason Morgan.
Maybe we'll get him on one time.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Maybe if he can get off his phone.
Yeah.
Maybe he's kind of been dissing it.
Or Apex. Whatever he's on.
Yeah.
Apex.
Yeah. Grow up. Jack. So next question I want to ask you. Hold up, I just forgot. What was I about to say?
I'm ready.
Oh, next question. My bad. You want to go
No,
ahead?
you
You want to go ahead?
You're on a roll.
Okay.
Go.
So, I've heard you discuss this either as a joke or as serious, like being serious. I think for the most part joking, but let me hear your honest take about the show. Hey, Babe Ruth talk. let me hear the real answer.
Okay. All right. Real answer right now.
Real
You ready?
answer, and then your troll answer.
This is the. All right, let's put some context into this, okay? Babe Ruth, in his time, was the GOAT, right? I mean, I still think he's the GOAT now, but like in his, I'm not saying that like the athletes now aren't, they're more equipped. We're trained better. We're prepared better. Obviously, if you take Babe Ruth from 1930, put him in a time vortex and put him here, he's gonna be trash, right?
What do you say to the people that disagree with that? Like,
Bro, Babe Ruth's mechanics. Okay, if you look at a video of side by side,
we'll put up a video of him taking a cut.
right here. I want a slow mo video of Babe Ruth hitting a nuke, and if you take that same video of Jock Peterson side by side, it's the same swing. It's exactly the same thing. Now, is Jock Peterson probably scoring up 107 or whoever? I don't even know how hard people throw, but yeah, that probably. And is Babe Ruth, telling him, "Hey, throw it in there, Billy"? Like, yeah, but. It's the same swing.
Come on.
Mechanics, Homie's probably
Give me a heater.
a piece of lumber he just picked up on the side of the road and he's hitting it out at Yankee Stadium. Like, that's impressive. I think if you train Babe Ruth with today's stuff, he's Jock Peterson. I think you're watching Jock Peterson.
Why Jock Peterson?
I don't know. I see the like they look similar. Got the same build.
Kind of hefty. Kind of hefty.
I feel like Jock Peterson has like the Babe Ruth style when he's like, not at the field. He's got his little pearls. He's a little fancy.
He's just flip flops.
Yeah, he's got his,
Being a Braves fan, shout out Jock Peterson. He was with us Jocktober. I was there for one of his bombs in the NLDS.
Let's not make this about you, okay, bud? We're talking the great man Bino.
Hey,
Jock Peterson, thank you. Back to what Jack was saying. Why Jock Peterson though? Just he relates to him the most to you.
I just think they have similar builds. They have similar swings, aggressive, take hacks. But let's be honest, man. Like in today's game, you got guys that are like Aaron Judge. You got guys like Trey Turner, specimen athletes like Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is my height, my weight, and just the roof does not exist for him athletically. That man can dunk a basketball. I can barely jump over a credit card. So like we're not the same there, right? But the athletes are sauce. Now I'm saying Babe Ruth is not that. He's not Aaron Judge. Shohei is 1% athlete. Like you guys were saying with the guys getting drafted in the NFL. They're the top of the top of the top, right? But Babe Ruth, it's Babe Ruth, bro. Like he's got that baseball juju flowing through him regardless of what era. So I think he's, a 230 hitter, going to hit like 40 bombs, pack a great attitude and vibe off forward. He's just going to ball out right there.
Yeah. Like, okay, I agree with what you're saying, most of it. But if you took him and put him today with all his skill, I think he'd be a little better than Jock if he was trained with
now. Is he still
like who knows? Like he gets to train. He gets to use all the stuff that those guys use. So
what's wrong with the little extra blubber?
Nothing.
Keeps you warm.
Nothing like that.
Amen.
But yeah, he was doing stuff that nobody did. Like the home run record.
That's what I'm saying.
The home run record before he came along was like
5.
I think like in between like 100 or 200.
Back then you hit the ball out there like, hey, go get it, man. That's the only one we got, bro. What are you doing? So they're like, slap it on the ground.
It's bush league to hit.
Yeah, Babe shows up. He's hitting it out of the stadium. Of course, people are going to show up. They're like, dude, this is this guy, bro. He's hitting it out of no way. He's hitting it out of the Yankee Stadium. Like, no, you see? But like, it's just I feel like Babe Ruth he's the GOAT. But Jock Peterson, 220, 40 home runs. That's my prediction right there.
So what happens when you put Jock Peterson in Babe Ruth's era?
Oh, dude, he's the combo because that man can hit 101.
Is he okay?
Oh, but is he growing up in that era also though?
No.
Sticking him in.
So we're
Jock
just
Peterson
taking Jock
wakes up
Peterson
one day
now, and he's there.
Yeah.
Or he wakes up and he's in.
But he's still on the roster, and he's just Jock Peterson of the 40s.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's the GOAT, man. He's gonna.
You think he's gonna be? You think he would be the GOAT?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think if you take any athlete from you can take probably a guy in Double-A baseball who is the bench warming dude. I'm going deep, bro. You take that guy and you put him in the 40s. He's putting up triple crown numbers, man. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying like you got to think. I have a feeling guys back then probably aren't throwing as hard as they're. I mean,
I wonder what the average velocity was.
But see, then
Who
have
knows?
y'all seen that video? I think it was Bob Feller. I don't know if the guy, but they do that. They drive that motorcycle. They get it up to 100 miles an hour, so to speak. I don't know how good the miles per hour is, right? But they got it going, and then they have homeboy throw a baseball right when the line crosses.
Yeah, like come on.
They're like, dude, he's throwing 104. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one, man.
Exact science.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I'm sure they weren't throwing like 40 miles an hour like everyone like jokes about, you know. I feel like, you know, they're grown men, they're adults, we're athletes. If you're a ball player and you're doing this, you're gonna throw the ball hard like naturally.
Right,
you know?
right.
Just doing
You know,
this.
just when I see the pictures like they get them warming up, just do this a few times, man. Get out there, throw strikes that hard. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just joking, guys. Pitchers, I know it's hard to throw strikes. It's a tough thing. I can't do it. I throw 60. I threw a bullpen to Liblo today, dude.
Hold up. We take Mr. Jack early and we put him in the 40s.
Wow.
What's he doing?
No, honestly, dude.
See, and then like when you look at it from yourself, like it's hard to be like, because like if I put myself in the 40s, I don't think
baseball
I.
then?
No, there was.
Yes. Freed Hardman had a team back then. I swear.
FHU had a baseball
Go
team.
look in the press box, and it shows the whole history of Freed Hardman, and it goes back to like the early 1900s. There's a picture of a bunch of the guys, like the first ever team, out in front of Old Main, like where Gano
Crazy.
is.
We had cameras back then?
Yeah. You just had to stay still for a while.
You know, the smoke's going to come out of it when you take the picture.
Oh, yeah,
Good job, fellas.
with the flash.
Looks good.
Guy's going under the hood. He's like, all right, hold still.
But yeah,
That's
I heard
crazy.
David Shannon was on that team, actually.
rumor has it. What happens if you put David Shannon in the 40s playing ball? I feel like he's an athletic guy, though, not going to lie. I feel like he, you know, I feel like he could
I feel like he can hoop.
play some ball back in the day. I don't know. That's just a hunch.
Yeah, I mean,
Could be, Cam.
Hopefully we get him on here
I'd say we
at
can
some
ask
point and figure that one out.
yeah.
Yeah.
David
Well,
Shannon.
he went to high school.
He did?
Grew up. Grant Dodson did. So
How old is he? Like late 50s, early 60s? Got to be right there.
Yeah, maybe early 50s, maybe. I don't know. Somewhere in there.
That was a guess. If I'm wrong, David Shannon, I'm sorry. Do not kick me out. Okay, Jack, back to it. We put you in the 40s. Like, are you Babe Ruth?
No. I'm going to go with no because I'm not Babe Ruth. I think I can compete. I think I could play some ball. I think I could have a little good, decent career. I don't think I'm Babe Ruth, though. I'm going to be honest. Because, like, let's just go off of this. Babe Ruth's what, 6'3", 6'4", 230? Go hit some bombas, man. Maybe I'm going to get the Ty Cobb game going. You know, I'll slide into dudes with my cleats. You know, I'll hit a hard ground ball somewhere. I think my game still applies. I think it'd be more successful in that era because there's no way the infield is nice and flat. And, you know, I'd probably hit a rock. Probably get some good knocks.
Zach Hurley would be very good at the chirps in the 40s as well.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine.
Very good.
Honestly,
Great
who
age.
knows? Maybe
You're a
not.
fool.
They probably would throw at me. They'd probably throw at me.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
But then you just get on base.
They
just get
got helmets, bro.
So catch it.
Catch it. Just throw it harder, bro. Chuck it back at him. Run to first. You guys ever?
What do you mean by bruh?
What is this language you're speaking with your shame?
That's funny listening to those videos of them talking back then.
They just all sound the same. It's like one guy just voiced over the entire early 20th century.
Or what's up with the sped up? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've only seen excessively sped up videos of baseball from that era, or just a lot of stuff from that era, where it's just like the dude's thrown and it's like he's just throwing darts like back to back to back in like 4 milliseconds. It's like, whoa, bro! Like, let's show some slow video, huh?
I don't think they had ultra slow mo back
I
then.
mean, no, I'm not talking slow mo. I'm talking like, you know, natural motion, you know, like how it is on TV, not crank the accelerator by 50, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, all the videos you see are a little sped up.
Yeah,
Like Babe Ruth, he's like...
he's
just
taking, like,
sprinting around the bases, basically.
Yeah, he's like...
In reality,
3 steps a second.
taking
He's like on a
slow
horse.
jog, yeah.
Yeah, like, it looks like that's why he's like going so fast, like
I
running.
got you, yeah.
Babe Ruth had Tourette's.
Did he?
Maybe.
Who
Maybe
knows?
that's the reason the video's like that.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why he's so good.
Who knows?
Chris Johnson had Tourette's.
Yes.
A great
He
running
did.
back. You put Chris Johnson he plays baseball in the 40s. Is he Babe Ruth?
No.
I don't know, man.
Yes.
Okay, let's. I have an idea. Let's get away a little bit from the 40s. World War II's going on. You know, maybe the best players aren't on the field in that time. Let's get to like the 50s, 60s. Okay, Pete Rose is like a rookie. You got Ted Williams doing his thing, but he's old. You know, but I feel like that was kind of the era of baseball. Kind of changed a little bit more to the way it is now, like the modern game. But they're still not like, you know, it's not elite. You know, you don't got guys like Chris Bryant or like, you know, Manny Machado, the best third baseman in Major League Baseball. But I know that's a super agreeable take, and it is. But basically, you don't got to
Real quick, did you see Hosmer's dig? Or his game win? You see his dig and then his game-winning hit? As soon as I watched it, I was like, I'm thinking of Jack.
I'm gonna say.
I was like, Jack thinks he would never make this
I'm
play.
gonna say
on
a few
the
things about Eric
podcast.
Hosmer. Okay, a few things about Eric Hosmer. First of all, on the pick, love it. Good for him. Super happy he's having success away from the Padres. But fun fact about Fernando Tatis: everyone says that he's not good defensively at shortstop, but if you pull up a video and watch him do his thing, 90% of those errors are because Mr. Hosmer cannot pick a baseball. Sean Rooney can pick a baseball better than Eric Hosmer, and I will stand by that because he
Shout
and
out
that
Sean
pick
Rooney.
right there is a result of him throwing his hand and the ball going. The Merry Christmas play, we always yell at people when they do that, okay? For the hitting part, having no shift is the biggest thing that could ever help Eric Hosmer. If there was no shift, I would want him back on the... No, but there would be more of a case of bringing him onto the squad. But that guy is just...
Back to. I'm sorry, I intervened.
No, it's
back
good.
back to the what we say 50s, 60s.
50s, 60s. You guys think you take a average Joe player in today's league, I'm talking like Adam Frazier, and you throw him in that era, is he a superstar? Or is the baseball even enough to where he's still Adam Frazier?
Good question.
It's tough to know.
I was about to say, I don't really know.
I don't know. I mean, wasn't Nolan Ryan throwing? I mean, he wasn't
Nolan
50s,
Ryan's-
60s, but like
No, he was throwing, late
Late 60s maybe? Yeah,
Because
okay.
he pitched in 3 decades, I know that. Pitched in the 90s, pitched in the 70s, 80s.
probably
there's-
4 decades.
Probably 4, actually. Because
He threw for 27 years in the bigs.
27?
Yep.
You know what's crazy? He
He
has...
didn't even live that long.
Doesn't he have 8? Is it 8 no-hitters, 7 no-hitters, something?
7. I
Nolan
think,
Ryan's got some crazy, but he never won a Cy Young. So he's considered in my opinion at least, one of the greatest pitchers probably of all time. But not once was he the best pitcher in that year in his league. It's kind of crazy to think about, right?
That is wild.
I don't even like who was better. Do you know who was
Sandy,
better?
Like that
Koufax,
year?
maybe? Oh, like year to year. I
Yeah,
mean,
like who was better?
Look it up.
especially
real quick. Look it
pitching
up.
for 27 years, man. That's
I mean, what do I look up? Who was better than Nolan Ryan?
Cy Young Award
Cy Young winners
during
from-
Nolan Ryan's career.
Yeah.
'Cause it wasn't him. I have the same amount of Cy Youngs as Nolan Ryan, actually. It's one of
How's
my
that for a stat?
favorite claims to fame right there. And the same amount of World Series rings as Ted Williams. So another San Diego native. Fun fact. As we're filling in the air.
Wi-Fi these days.
Dude, I love this. Is really cool.
Yeah, what you think about it? Already?
Y'all ever heard 73?
Okay.
Yeah. Get the vibes going and everything.
73. 1973 was his closest year he got to it. But
Who?
Jim Palmer beat him.
Is that the guy with one hand?
What's that?
There's a dragon in me.
Jim Palmer beat him?
Yeah, like
Orioles guy. Shout out Colton Hunt.
Shout out Chunt.
Favorite team.
Yep.
I gotta say, Chunt, you've had some absolutely great fungos lately. Really happy you got a new bat because you're gonna be hitting me a lot, man. I'm hiring you. You're now the personal fungo man because he has some crispy ones. People roast Chunt, but he's had some crispy fungos lately.
Is it the fungo, you think? Maybe.
No. He's used
the
other. No, I'm
confidence?
not saying that. He's well. No, he's definitely up there. I got to give it to him. Chunt's up there in fungos. There's a few guys on our teams that should be hitting.
who's
Chunt,
your
Louis.
number one?
Louis, bro, that man hits rockets. You let that dude hit?
Steamers.
Oh my
If
goodness.
you ain't looking,
Oh my goodness. It'll take your head off, man. He hits those ones that has so much backspin.
Yeah, just a one hop
It'll
to you.
either one hop or it'll stay in the air. So like you'll think it's gonna be one of those like, oh, I gotta pick it right here,
And then it'll just
and it'll stay up on you. And it's like, oh, like I got that. But yeah, Louis for sure.
shout out Louis.
Shout out Louis. Louis Torres.
Oh
Great guy.
yeah,
Lopez.
Mi Boricua, my Puerto Rican brother.
Before we get interrupted, give us a rundown on what you think so far, what we have here.
No, I gotta say I like it. I'm gonna be honest. From watching the first podcast, I for one thought you were in the living room. I
Really?
didn't know that this was a completely.
Thought you didn't know this was the room.
No, I had no clue. And then like when you said you were in this room as opposed to y'all's room, I was like, huh? So they're using some random. Like I didn't know. I thought you lived with them. I don't know. I don't live with Priv, but I like the setup, man. This looks really cool. I like it. I don't even know where you got this from. This is sick. Is this from Valpole?
Yep.
Love that. Love that account. This is cool. Who's this?
That is Jeff Gordon.
Brad Paisley.
Johnny Cash. Yeah, no, this is sick. I really like this. This is cool. It's interesting being in front of a camera this long and talking.
Yeah, like it's fun too.
It is. At first, I definitely had a little, the heart was thumping, but now it's comfortable.
You get rolling, you don't even realize.
It's pretty cool. First podcast.
If you had to, this is your first
one.
Is this your first ever?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is our first guest ever.
Yeah. What are some pointers like little things that we could do around here?
I mean, with the space y'all got, you guys I think have done a really good job. You could always throw. I don't know, because are you going to use this type of room next year? I'm assuming you guys are going to keep this going once we get back.
Yeah,
from
we'll
summer.
keep it going. We'll depends on the room and situation. We might have to just be in the living room, but
All right, well, I got something cool for you guys you can do. Since you're going to be moving to a different room, maybe get like a board or something. Have all your guests sign it. And then wherever you go, you can throw the board up, and it'll be like kind of like a thing, like, oh, boom, we had this guy or this guy, or we can bring, and every time they come back, I got a dash or something. I don't know, this
I like that.
yeah, this won't be your last.
I would love to come back. I'm having a blast right now, boys.
This won't be your last.
I would say that's, I don't know, probably about it. I love the water. You guys hit the refreshments right on the head, right when I needed it. I was like, man, right
Great
when I
timing,
needed
Cam.
it, you got it.
Great timing.
Good job, Cam.
Yeah.
I give all my credit to Story, our sponsor for today's video.
Hey.
No, I'm just
What
kidding.
is this? Starry?
Cam,
It's per Rudy. Rudy told me about this. It's just Sierra Mist, but rebranded.
So no more Sierra Mist?
Nope.
Oh.
It lives on through Story, I suppose.
that'd be interesting. When we're older,
Yeah, Will Wallace put me on him.
Really? Coach Will Wallace.
Coach Wallace.
Ooh, the man.
One of the main things we want to get is just one of those mounts. You can just kind of, it's an arm,
Oh, yeah.
and you can just hold it like
Move it
this.
around if you
Yeah,
want.
that'd be cool to have.
What would the little like clip ones work?
They would.
I feel like there would be a lot of wrestling though, like the
They would. And I think the mic holding or just the mic in the video just makes
the
it
mic's-
feel
yeah,
cool.
no,
Like
it's podcast. It's
Yeah.
official. You've hit podcast.
Instead of just sitting here like just talking like this, it feels better just to like hold a mic.
If we were to sell merch, would you be in? Like, what would Jack Early want to? Have you seen our like our logo that we have?
Let me pull it up real quick. I'll pull it up on the screen as well.
Well, I'll say this about merch. The best advice, or not advice, just something in the air. If you can make it look sick, where it's like not like neon, you don't want it like neon.
Obviously, yeah.
Somewhere it's like you don't want to stick out. You want it to be cool because it's like, oh, that's a cool like hoodie or something, or that's something simple. I think is always nice. I like simple stuff. But I think like y'all made some like pocket tees. Definitely cop a pocket tee. That'd be cool.
Comfort color.
Yeah, like.
Where's the money coming from?
This is our logo right now.
Oh, okay. A little baseball diamond with the mic and the bowl. I like that. No, that's sick. Put that on. You know what would look cool actually? You get a black T-shirt. You put nothing on the back, and you put this logo just right
On the pocket. On the pocket?
Well, pocket, yeah, that'd be cool. Or another cool thing would be like make a hat.
Yeah.
No, that's actually. Did you design that?
Yeah.
That's a cool logo. I like that. Definitely hiring you for my Temprano baseball logo.
You want to give us any information on your Tempranos?
Temprano baseball. Nah, right now Temprano baseball is just an idea. Nothing's been put into place yet, but it's so right now it's being formed with the boys. You know, we're figuring out what the logo looks like because at the moment it's baseball season. We can't really make anything right now, but the plan eventually is I'm going to use that as like my baseball team coaching, whatever, whether it's travel ball or facility, whatever. That's what it's going to be called, Temprano baseball. And yeah, you know, that's just kind of what I got right now. Right now, we're just, you know, we got whiteboards all over the locker room for those of you who've never been there. And we're just, me and Will McCall be drawing them all the time. Coog's been helping out. He made a cool one on the computer like a couple days ago on the bus. But yeah, man, I love coaching kids. So like that's something I'm definitely wanting to get into when I'm older. I don't know necessarily if that's going to be like my career per se, but like.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about career. I always joke around with you. I say you're going to play the longest out of everyone. Like, you probably will. Just because, I mean, you'll play anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a baseball diamond and, you know, I can play and they're going to let me do it and they'll give me 3 meals, I'll play. I'll play for the pen. I used to make a joke in Juco. I was like, man, like, you just sign me, give me like, you know, some Doritos and the pen. Just let me keep the pen. I'll play for you, dude. I'll do what I got to do, you know. But I love baseball, man. I've been doing it for so long since before I can remember, and I know everyone here's the same way. But I can't picture myself not
in it,
somehow in it, and like
look what has brought us now.
Exactly, you know, and. Another thing about me is like I'm not exactly too stoked on just jumping into the workforce right out of college.
It's like I'm a worker.
You know, like that's just not how I am. If I'm ever gonna be in the workforce, it's probably gonna be working for myself or somehow involved with my family. But like I'm not really too buzzed on the 9 to 5. So like I think coaching would be really cool. I think there's so much baseball opportunity in the world. Especially with the World Baseball Classic growing notoriety, with the more and more people looking, indie ball's growing, minor leagues are growing. Baseball in Europe is a thing. I didn't know that until last year, but that's definitely something I'm going to try to go pursue. Bro, you telling me I could go to Italy, eat some pasta, hang out with some Italian people, learn the language, I get to travel the world, and I get to play ball? Dude, I'll do that for free. You know, I'll figure out how to. You let me coach the kids, I'll make money, you know. But that's how I look at it. I think we're only young once, and I don't understand what the rush to just jump in to go work is. I don't get it. Money's always going to be there. Right. You get to work the rest of your life, man. Now, I understand certain people's life situations are different, and I'm blessed to have even the thought of that being in my head, you know? So I'm not knocking people for, you know, whatever. But that's how I feel. That's what I think, you know? And it's
good stuff, Jared. Good stuff.
I agree with that. It's a good take.
I just feel like so many people are good, and at the end of their college career, they're at like peak athleticism. You know, you're only mid-20s once, and it's like your peak athleticism, and they go, all right, well, we're done.
Like you never know.
You never know, dude. Ben Zobrist, great story.
Exactly what I was thinking of.
I don't know if it was high school or college, but he didn't get any like pro signing or he didn't get any offer or anything. So he's like, you know, man, I just want one more day of ball. So he goes and signs up for some showcase. Signed the Royals.
Like,
It was a Juco.
Yeah.
Showcase. He paid $100 out of pocket. I think he got it somehow.
that's awesome.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like anybody.
He really didn't even have the $100.
Yeah, and now he's multi-million-dollar pro
World Series
athlete,
winner.
World Series winner on multiple teams. I think he's won with the Cubs and the Royals. So like, you know, that's just a good example. And who knows, man? Like people were maybe like, oh well, I didn't make it to the show here. It's like, yeah, but you could be in the Hall of Fame in France. You know, they got world-class chefs in France. Maybe you got to get a translator, but so what, dude? When are you going to
Even-
go see that tower? I don't know. That's
Even the whole Trevor Bauer thing, he's playing in Japan now.
why not, bro? I
I
mean,
love Trevor Bauer.
And like, I watched his YouTube and they were talking about his agent or whoever was talking about the fan base, and they were talking about like they're videoing him pulling up and like
I bet
no one speaks English and they're all Japanese and they still like, you know, they love you.
No, and that's see, baseball outside of America is really interesting. I've been to like a Mexican baseball game, the Tijuana Toros, and like it's just the
Say it again.
vibe, the Tijuana Toros. Shout out to Toros, man. But no, but like the vibe in the stadium, and you guys saw the World Baseball Classic, and it's like it's just so much alive, and everyone's a part of it, and people are chanting and yelling, and it's like it's electric.
Yeah,
You know it's fun.
if that state or at that moment, like at the World Baseball Classic, it's just like they're all so passionate about. Like that's the difference. That's why it's like that.
Yeah, and like think of how that makes you feel as a player running out onto that field. You don't even need to speak what they're speaking. You could run out there, they could be screaming in Russian, and you're like, dude, this is lit, man. Like these people are here to watch me play. Like I think that's the dream. That's been the dream since I can remember, you know.
Yeah. After your career, what would I know you talked about training facility?
Yeah.
Like, would that be something you'd want to do?
Well, I think
And like you train, whether it be high schoolers, college pro guys, you're still in the mix with everyone.
ideally what my goal would be, like if that is the route I am going, because you know I always like to gotta have a plan in your back pocket ready to go. You know, you always gotta be moving. But I think in that situation, I want to eventually have a facility. I want to run a couple of travel ball teams out of it, maybe like a prep team or something for high schoolers, or maybe like a summer ball team for college and whatnot. But have the facility be the type of facility where you could run a practice indoor if you had to. And I'm not talking like, oh, let's show up and hit in the cages. No, like run a practice, like move the nets around and
On
we
a
can
zip
hit fun.
line.
Yeah, exactly. I think what school are we at? I think you and me were talking about that, where they have the nets, but they didn't move.
UT Southern.
UT Southern.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't have. They couldn't move the nets. It was big, but like if they did, they could move them.
Dude, and like, what is the worst part about doing like live at bats in a cage? Like you're crammed in. It's a little bit different of a vibe because it's not open. You're not out. Dude, you slide the nets out the way. You can have live at bats in there. You could have a bullpen going on there. And I think having that type of facility, having kids come in and train and creating like a culture would be really cool to be a part of. I don't know. I'm sure we've all had those old baseball guys. Like, you know, you were around like your high school team, you got an old baseball man. You know, he's just the dude. Probably got a
Yeah,
back
just hangs
yeah,
out.
you know, he's just like old Coach Joe or whatever. I don't know. But I always thought it'd be cool to be that guy. Even if it's not like my main career for my life, that how I make all my money, I always thought it would be cool to just be like that.
Be that guy.
Laying the wisdom down on the young buck from 2080. You know, just learning the game. I'm like, listen here, Sonny. At Freed Hardeman University, man, let me tell you. Like, I could, you know, I think that'd be sick. I don't know.
That would be
In
sick.
a perfect place, though, where would you want like your team to be out of? Would you want to go back to Cali? You want to go to Florida with your dad?
Ooh,
That's a great question, Rudy.
That is a very good
Nashville.
question.
I mean, there's plenty of facilities in Nashville.
I'll say this. I love San Diego. I love California. Love it. It's beautiful. I really am a fan of Florida, but also, and that after living here for a while, it's definitely after getting over the culture shock, I really like it here. So, to be honest, man, I don't have an answer to that question because I like all three of these areas. They're three completely different totally different. Like we have tornadoes here. I didn't even know that was a real thing. Thought that was in Kansas.
Did you if I remember right, was it your first time? Didn't you room with Riley? I mean,
Yeah, with Nugs, yeah.
Isn't it y'all's first time seeing snow?
It was mine. I don't know if it was his, but I've definitely when it was snowing on the field, I think this is last year, and the whole field was all white. I remember I went down there. I'm like, bro, I'm making a snowman, man. I don't care if I'm 22, bro. I'm making a whole snow. I was very unsuccessful doing it, but I attempted it, so I was happy. I made a snow angel, but it's in San Diego it don't snow. When they do those Christmas decorations, our Santas are surfing or they have like a Hawaiian shirt on. Or
It's
whatever,
crazy.
So it was cool to see that. Or all the rain. It don't rain where I'm from, bro. So like when we practice in the rain, I was shook. I'm thinking like, dude, my glove's gonna get messed up. Like, meanwhile, everyone's out here just this isn't even raining hard. I'm thinking like, bro, what? Like this would make our game be done for 2 weeks. We wouldn't be on the field.
Give us like you say, getting used to the culture shock. Give us some things you had to get used to. Like, are the people a little bit nicer here that are in the South? Are they?
Okay, so I'll give you a few points. For the first part, going off of what you just said, yes, I think, in my opinion, my humble after living there, the people here are a lot nicer. They greet you. They ask you how you're doing. They say hello. Now, when I first got that, I was very caught off guard because, people goes, "Hey, how you doing today?" I'm like, "Doing good. How are you doing? What do you want, man? Like, I don't got any money, dude. Leave me alone." So I'm like, I got these random people saying hi to me on the street. "How's your day, man?" I'm like, "Good." Like, what do you want? But that was really something to adjust to because then, now I have to greet people. I'm polite. I've kind of picked up on ma'am, sir, thank you, yes, whatever. But love it. I feel like saying hi to people and greeting them. I really like that aspect of what's it called? Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
That's really cool. The cowboy boots and the hats and the belt buckles. That was an adjustment for sure. I was shook. I'll just leave it at that. I don't need to go into detail on that. That was something out of my world. Because people wear them where I'm from. We got a rodeo where Nugs area is at. But I never
Shout out
thought
Nugs.
people would wear them.
Where is Nugs from?
He's from Santee, I believe. So he's from
How far is that from you?
if I was at my dad's house, 40 minutes. If I'm from my mom's house, 20, somewhere in there. So my dad used to live on the ocean. My mom lived by SCSU. And then, yeah, dude, I could walk out of my house, walk up a hill and down. I'm at the beach. Love that.
That's
man.
awesome.
OB, shout out.
Did you ever witness any weather trouble like hurricanes?
Nah, those don't really hit too much in San Diego. We'll get fires. We had fires my kindergarten year, and we had to get sent home because people's houses were catching on fire.
Great memory.
Yeah, no, and well, this is actually funny. So I'm on the school bus, and I get home, and I'm in kindergarten. The school bus drops me off, not at my house, but near my house at a bus stop or something. And I guess no one called my mom, so I'm standing there, little Jack 5. I'm like, I don't even know why I got sent home today, dude. I'm out here confused. It's noon. I'm like, okay. I don't have a cell phone. Mom's nowhere to be found. My dad's, working. We have no communication. So I'm, but me and my brother were, I guess the term is latchkey kids. We were always out and about doing stuff. We knew the key was under the mat. So I walk home. And when I walked home, my mom was home. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" I was coming to pick you up. I'm like, "Oh, the school bus dropped me off, Mom." I'm like, "Can I have a sandwich?" And she's out here worried, freaking out, doesn't know where I am, But yeah, that's a random memory, random story right there. Yeah.
I'm taking care of Jack.
No, I got another funny story for you. So my parents are divorced. They got divorced when I was about 5. So my brother and I always were together, but we're bouncing from house to house, right? And one particular time, my dad, he was an attorney. He's retired now, and he has to go to court, so he can't come and pick us up. But I'm 11 at this point, I'm not quite old, but I'm old enough to Tom and I are smart enough to okay, we can walk from here to here. We've never done it before, so we get on the public bus. So we go from our regular school stop, drops us off. We take the public bus and the trolley, and it gets us to our pad, which isn't not a long drive at all. It's like, I don't know, 5 minutes on the trolley. You know, public transit, super chill, right?
Trolley, like we don't have trolleys.
Oh.
Is that pretty normal?
Oh yeah. So like in oh wow. Okay, there's a culture shock right there. That's crazy. Yeah, there is
Like the trolley, like I mean, I've never
So,
been on a
you guys know,
trolley.
like the subway in New York, how it's like big train system, like goes underground.
This is the on top.
This is on top. Now there are like some tunnels, but like you know, for the most part, there's like a trolley station, and there'll be like a trolley station every 15 minutes, I think.
That's crazy.
And yeah.
Like I've seen videos of them, just like a train, like on the street.
So
It's not a train.
It's like it's basically a train, like an electric train, but they have like these wires that like hold it all together, and they move. It's not like they're shoveling coal into the train.
Yeah,
You know?
they're like it's like connected at the top.
But we like so for example, my mom lives at SDSU. I just call it that. She lives in the neighborhood behind it. But you can take the trolley from there, switch at Old Town Station, and end up at Petco Park in an hour. So like we'll always try because you don't want to pay for parking in downtown. San
Right.
Diego, so
You
we
might
always-
as well just take the
Yeah,
the
exactly.
trolley.
So how much is like a
$5 all day.
per person?
Wow.
It's very very affordable and just
Yeah, way better than driving
That's
that.
another thing. Like,
Paying.
was it a shock about the cost of living? Because that's
Oh my goodness, it is so much.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
so much cheaper here to live, and like that's not. And I'm saying cheaper price. I'm not talking cheaper like life value. Like it, I love the way everyone lives out here, man. It's the gas is cheaper, the milk, the eggs.
Tell them the gas price real quick.
I mean, I haven't been in San Diego in a couple months, but when I left, it was about $7.80, $7.50.
That is insane.
At least by my
Yeah, I'd be taking that trolley.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but see, here's the thing. It's like
How much the Bronco filling up with 780? You're looking about 250.
I'm about to say it's about to be close to over 220.
That's a new Xbox.
That's crazy.
yeah, oh yeah.
Continue, though.
Especially when you're I had DoorDash, which is not a thing out here. That's like a food delivery service you can do on your phone. Like if I want McDonald's right now, I could be like,
We have
I was
DoorDash.
about to say, I know
It's not in
yeah,
Henderson.
no, but
though.
that's not even Henderson. Like,
Yeah.
like, there's no.
He's like, guys, this new thing, it's been out for a while. I know it hasn't got to y'all.
Bro, check it out. No, but so I'm a DoorDash driver in San Diego, but with the gas prices being that high, it's almost counter. I'm almost.
It's almost like, why am I doing this?
gosh.
Unless you're on a bike.
I promise you, dude.
Just throwing food out.
No
like
joke.
the
I'm gonna try
paper.
that this summer. My mom's got a little
Get a
bike.
basket.
So like they got this like box. It's like a backpack box, but you like throw the food in there, throw it on your bike. Dude, because like think about it like this, man. Exercise. Main key right there. I hate running. Running is
B,
my least favorite.
sweaty food.
No, it's cool, you know, it's taken care of. But like now I don't spend money on the gas. So now all the money, and dude, I'm telling, when you don't have to spend all that money on gas, you can make $180 in a day on DoorDash. Light work, working for
Especially in that area, I bet. I bet it's
where there's
popping.
food everywhere. And I was almost thinking about the hardest thing about door dashing is, okay, I have to park to go up into this dude because there's always those people who never come out. Okay, well, I can't park in the handicap. I'm not gonna park with my flashers on and go all the way up to your room, bro. So if I got the bike, pull up on a fence, lock that John, boom, boom. Here's your food, bro. Back on the bike, out of there, bro. Like quick. I don't gotta pay for parking. None of that, man. Like I'm gonna try it out. I'll update the cast. Maybe I'll come in on a Zoom call or something this summer.
Yeah, like while you're on the bike.
We'll do.
I made it.
Check in with Jack door dashing. Let's see. It'll be like a segment or something. Maybe, who knows?
Guys, I'm so tired.
Guys,
That'd
this
be
is my
good.
fourth delivery. I'm giving up.
That'd be good exercise though. You would be. It'd be worth it.
Jack comes
ready for
back
the
with
week.
just calves out to
I
here.
have a 12-pack on my quad. Yeah, dude. All natural.
That's cool. I got any other thoughts? Cam, you got any questions you want to ask him?
Dude, I think we've about covered it.
Think so?
Jack, you got anything else?
Any questions for us, man?
boys? I don't really have any questions. I want to thank you guys for selecting me to be the first guest. It was really an honor. Like, first podcast on here. Like, I've always thought to myself, like, Yeah, dude. Like,
It'd be fun to do.
it'd be so sick to do. It'd be sick to get behind the camera. But like when the offer was actually there, I was like, okay, like
I gotta do
I gotta bring my. I'm actually gonna be filmed. I'm gonna be on camera. Like, let's go. But dude, you guys made this really like enjoyable. I had a really good time doing this. Anytime you guys need another guest, you let me know. I'm more than happy to do this. Maybe we can do it at the South Highland pad one day on a UFC fight or something. You all need a big TV. But
That'd be sweet.
yeah, dude. Thank you guys. This has really been fun. Really enjoy it.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, guys. Episode 3 coming out next week. See y'all.
the Lions.
Go Lions.
Let's go, baby.